Good morning. Happy Monday. Little devotional thought for you today. In Psalm 108, verse 5 says, Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. These are words pouring out the heart in worship to God, declaring his glory and worthiness, and they fit into a context of gratitude. This is a psalm of David, and he begins by talking about how his heart drives him to worship. My heart is steadfast, O God. I will sing and make melody with all my being. And when he comes down to verse 4, as he's expressing his enthusiasm, he says in verse 4, For your steadfast love is great above the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. And so he says God's love, he gives this picture, and it reminds of talking to a child or something, and you say, I love you this much, and spread out your arms. And so the space gives us some visualization of the size, the level of love. Well, God's love is great above the heavens, he says in verse 4. And then in verse 5, he goes on to say, Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. And so this call for God to be high and exalted is the response to recognizing the wonderful heights of God's love. And that's important. That is our task, our purpose, to worship, to glorify God, to delight in his greatness. God is great, and he is worthy of all worship and praise. And on these spring days, as we see the world waking up after winter's slumber, may God be praised for his goodness and love that he continually shows to the world, in spite of all of the rebellion and sin. And of course, these spring days don't greet everyone happy. There is enormous tragedy unfolding in the world, in places far away. We could think of the situation in Ukraine and the suffering that they're going through, being attacked, and also in the lives of some people who are going to watch this, the personal tragedies that unfold in the midst of suffering and hardship when life is hard. Remember that God's love continues, even in the midst of what we must go through. His love abides in all of our suffering and draws us towards the eternal hope that he has given in Jesus Christ. And so may God be exalted in your day and lifted up. May he carry you in his great love. God bless.